to explain why and what good it might do. With me is Agnes Gitau, who is trade consultant at the Eastern African Chambers of Economic Commerce. Just give us an idea. How is Kenya's economy? We've got all these figures swirling around, but what state is it in?
It certainly shows the economy is doing better than we had expected.
It's showing that.
Absolutely.
That's what these figures are. And is it doing better? I mean, can we sort of get behind the numbers and say, yes, you can see real growth in this economy?
You can see there is certainly better living conditions when you go, because it has to make a meaning to the common man, and you can actually see that. It may take much longer to see more money in your bank balance, but certainly we can see changes. It means we are richer as a nation. It means now Kenya can borrow, you know, from local borrowing as well as in
the international markets as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it boosts Kenya as an investment destination, sadly.
Do you think it really does change the opinion of foreign investors? They will suddenly look at Kenya and say, well, actually, yesterday, I didn't really feel like investing in this country. Today, look at that growth. Yes, I might.
Yes, bigger economies for corporate means bigger markets. So suddenly companies and firms were not looking to invest. Might be. This news might maybe make them change their mind and look to Kenya as an investment destination. But,
of course, one of the areas which is growing particularly fast is property, as I just mentioned. There's a real risk that's a property boom. I mean, the rate at which we're seeing growth, I think some of the properties are doubling in the space of 2 or 3 years.
Absolutely. In 2010, the value of the real estate was 50 billion Kenya shillings. 2013 is over 200 million.
That sounds to me like a bubble. That does not sound sustainable, and that's not very healthy.
5 years ago, everybody thought the Kenya's real estate was a bubble. Knight Frank, one of the real estate big firms, international real estate, said Kenya is the biggest growing sector in real estate in the world. So I'm not seeing a bubble here, Jamie. No, it actually...
Just because a bubble hasn't burst doesn't mean it's not a bubble.
Let me tell you something. You know, Kenya is slowly regaining its glory in this world. You know, we've had tremendous challenges, and suddenly this news today is certainly welcome. I know it may not mean anything to a lot of people, but knowing what Kenya has gone through in the last 1 year, it's certainly great news.
What about the way in which that wealth is spread? Is it going just into the hands of the property developers, speculators, the people who, you know, are in Nairobi, the people who are at the centre of where the power and the wealth is? Or does it get distributed through the country?
You know, the agriculture sector, which almost 90% of Kenyans' population participate in, the agriculture sector is growing. We've seen more investment in agriculture, mobile communication. A lot of Kenyans have access to credit for the first time because of the phenomenal innovation that Kenya has seen through mobile money. So yes, it's being distributed. Of course, there is a select few who, of course, have the majority of the cash, but it is certainly working.
Okay, Agnes Gitau, thank you very much indeed for joining me.
My pleasure.
Thank you.